Welcome to For the Love of Brickle. How you doing? So glad to meet ya. Come and just stories just for a few. Hello, good day, and how do you do? Welcome to For the Love of Brickle, featuring Powder. Ruff! Oh boy. Welcome, my people. I'm your girl, Brickle. Always give you the ups and downs of things that occur in life. Duh! Yes, people. So Russell, as soon as he saw Sally's prosthetic foot, he held his breath and got up and started running, breathless for his life, leaving Sally sitting there looking in disbelief, in tears, people. Can you believe it? Just kidding. He actually took deep breaths and said, Sally, beautiful, tell me what happened to you, even though I can see this makes you rather uncomfortable. I want to feel comfortable around me as of today, okay? Besides, you can tell me anything. And he said this with so much peace and, love in his eyes. Sparkle. Leaving Sally in total shock, a sigh of relief. Then the tears came flooding down her face, tears after tears, and she couldn't hold them back. And Russell held her close, and he started tapping her tears away with some fresh napkins and told her, Sally, you will be okay around me. A matter of fact, on a later date, you can tell me what happened to your foot because I want us to enjoy our dates. Especially this is our first date. I want us to enjoy it in joy and laughter, you know. And then Sally say, okay, and, try to hold back the tears. And then after a few hours of sitting and talking for a while and, eating, Russell turned to her and said, Sally, honey, you want some, more food or something more to drink? Because I can order some more food and drinks for the both of us. And Sally said, yes, please. And then Russell chuckled and said, hey, I have to make sure my girl eat food, You know? And Sally started smiling but she said, okay, order the food. Yes, so while Russell ordered the food, Sally was very relaxed. She was at peace, she was comfortable, and even when a lot of people were passing her, staring down at her foot, wondering like why she have her foot out type of thing, a boy, he looked like around 4 years old, was walking with his mom, and then he let go of her hand quickly and went near to Sally and said, hey miss, can I touch your foot? And Sally smiled and waited for his mom's acknowledgement, to see if she's comfortable with it. And, she nodded. And then Sally said, sure, little guy. Then the little guy, touched her foot and said, miss, does it hurt? And Sally chuckled. No, it doesn't. I'm okay. And the little boy smiled and said, nice meeting you, pretty miss. Have a good day, okay? And Sally smiled and, nodded and said, sure, you and your mom take care now. Now, at the same time, Russell came back smiling. Oh God, he had a bright smile. He was really happy. He came with the food and refreshment and said, see, Sally, anyone who is human would like you and even love you. And that put a huge smile on Sally's face, allowing her to be more of herself And then they went right back into chatting, and Sally asked him, "So, what is it like being a chef? And is it something you always wanted to do?" And Russell said, "Yes, cooking, great, authentic, delicious, well tasty food has always been my passion ever since I was 7 years old. I started cooking. I watched my mom and I watched my grandma cook all the time and mimic them and start doing my own thing. Heck, on my first try, I started cooking oats porridge with lots of milk and just enough sugar to taste it, not to make it too sweet. Cause believe me, at an early age I already had health conscious. I was already health conscious because mom and grandma taught me to be. So yeah, I moved on from there to cooking rice and peas and stewed chicken by the time I was about 10. And look at me now, cooking steak dinners, jerk pork, barbecue, lobster, the whole works. I station most times at these fancy hotels, and he said this while showing her pictures on his phone screen. And sometimes I am here at weekends, and I'm sure more photos. So Sally said, "Wow, you cook really good. Those places must be requesting you really often for your good food." And Russell said, "Yes, these places only want the best of the best. You know, great cooking at their place. Heck, I will be cooking for you one of these days, and before you know it, you won't have to lift a finger in the kitchen." And that made Sally blush and giggle and said, "Yes." He said, "Yes, a sweet girl like you deserves the ultimate best treatment. Heck, I plan on treating you to the best way I can. I can't afford for our next guy to take my place. Am I right?" And Sally laughed and said, "Yeah, totally," while stuffing some fries in her mouth. Then said, while pushing back her hair a little, "By the way, how old are you again?" And he said, 24. And she nodded her head while he said that Sally was definitely interested. She started gazing at his cherry thick lips and started to wonder if he's a good kisser. Then her imagination was going wild, thinking, I wonder if he can kiss really good. Oh my gosh, I can't kiss him on the first date, but his lips look so sweet. Then he paused from what he was talking about and licked his lips and started eating some fries as well, while Sally started smiling brighter than usual. Them start eating, biting some bami, and Russell noticed she was definitely checking him out. So he winked at Sally and asked, "You okay?" While he reached out his hand and pushed her hair back for her this time. Then he helped her up to standing position and put away the rest of the food that was there, and carried it with them and went for a stroll on the beach, walking with her arms in his to talk some more. But before we go any further, please remember to like, share, subscribe, and click the notification bell. Please remember to select all so that you can receive all notifications every time I upload a new video. Please remember to leave a comment in the comment section. Make sure it's humorous, vibesy, and all those good things. Yes. So, not only was Russell tall, dark, handsome, ambitious, and have his loving ways, and a great cook, but he was very hilarious. He had Sally laughing almost every second. Sally was so happy to and extremely relaxed, at peace, and she just so relieved that Russell was so chill about everything. And by his body language and eye contact, she could tell he was very unbothered about her condition. Heck, he even stooped down and flashed some water from the sea on her 2 feet while smiling, and looked at her smiling and observing her beauty. Then all of a sudden, he backed off his t-shirt, threw it on the sandy ground. Then his beach shorts came off. Boy, I've been watching you far across the sands now, baby. Woo! Sally was definitely stunned, but she held her composure. She tried her best to. Then he gave her a little flirtatious eye. People, we know what that means, right? As a signal for her to take off hers so that he can see her in her swimwear. Then Sally smiled and covered her face and said, "No, not today." Then Russell stood there looking at her the same way, in a way to suggest he not talking no more. I'm not taking no for answer. Then Sally said, "Fine." Then she backed off her clothes, leaving him almost breathless. No air. Then Sally snapped him back to reality by flashing some water on his absolutely gorgeous, manly figured, muscular body. Then he picked her up, and in the sea they went, splashing water at each other until Sally screamed, "Ah! Ah! Ah!" People, stay tuned for part 4 and find out what happened to Sally, and if she had to go back to that same hospital that she always hoped not to see again. Oh boy. I'm your girl Brickle. I always give the ups and downs of things that occur in life. Though, please remember to like, share, subscribe, click the notification bell. Please remember to select all so that you can receive all notifications every time I upload a new video. Please remember to leave a comment in the comment section. Make it humorous, vibesy, and all those good things. Though, ah boy. I hope you all enjoyed yourselves. Love you all. Peace. Mwah.